Peppa and her family are preparing for their annual farm harvest festival. Everyone's excited to celebrate with live music, delicious food, and the annual scarecrow competition. But they have a lot of work to do first. Can they get it done in time? Let's take a peek at what they're up to. At breakfast, Daddy Pig is reading the newspaper. He says, the farm harvest festival is tomorrow. We must prepare the festival site today. George, Peppa, and Mummy Pig are all busy getting ready for the day. I want to help, says George. You can help by putting on your shoes, says Mummy Pig. George puts on his red shoes. Good, says Mummy Pig. Now we're off to the fields. All the animals are in the field helping out. They're gathering apples from the apple tree and corn from the cornfield. Pippa sees how hard everyone is working, and she feels like she should be doing something to help. Mummy Pig, can I help you? Of course, dear, says Mummy Pig. You can help me pick these apples. Peppa happily picks apples until she sees something in the mud. Oinky, she shouts. Look what I found. A muddy, stinky, creepy, crawly worm. She throws it in the air and jumps up and down on it. Stop that, Peppa, says Mummy Pig. That's not very nice. And this isn't a very good time for a game. Peppa feels bad that she was being naughty and not helping. So she goes back to picking apples. Meanwhile, Daddy Pig has been busy setting up the stage where the band will play tomorrow. He's also put up some scarecrows to keep the birds away from the fruit. Then he spots a muddy, stinky, creepy, crawly worm. Yuck, he says. Not again. Just then, Rebecca and her brother Alex arrive at the farm. Hello, they shout. We're here to help. Oh, thank you, says Daddy Pig. You can help by picking corn. Okay, says Rebecca. She and Alex set to work picking corn, while Peppa continues picking apples. Later, all the apples are gathered up, and Peppa is so tired. She sits on a nearby haystack to rest, when she sees another muddy, stinky, creepy crawly worm. She jumps up and down on it again. But Mummy Pig comes over and stops her. Peppa, please don't be naughty. This isn't a very good time for a game. I know, says Peppa, sadly. I just can't help it. It's just a muddy, stinky, creepy crawly worm. Just then, all the animals gather around with their fruit. Good job, everyone, says Daddy Pig. Now, let us take this back to the house, so we can make apple juice and corn fritters for the festival tomorrow. As the sun sets, everyone is busy getting things ready for the big event tomorrow. But who will win the scarecrow competition? Will it be Dinosaur, Rebecca, or Alex? The suspense is building. The next day, everyone has finished their preparations. Peppa and George are so excited. They can't wait for the festival to start. After saying goodbye to Mummy and Daddy Pig, they run off to play. Peppa sees the scarecrows and decides to play with them. Dinosaur, Dinosaur, she says. But Dinosaur isn't very pleased. Peppa, I'm trying to think of ideas for the scarecrow competition. I don't want to be disturbed. Dinosaur looks very serious. Don't worry, Dinosaur, says Peppa. I won't bother you, I'll just play over here. Dinosaur thanks Peppa and goes back to thinking. A little while later, Rebecca and Alex arrive with their dad. Wow, they say everything looks great. The three friends run into the field to play. Let's play scarecrow tag, shouts Alex. You're it, Rebecca. They all run around the field with the scarecrows while the adults chat. Soon it's time for the scarecrow competition. All the animals have made amazing scarecrows, but which one will win? Dinosaur proudly shows off his dinosaur scarecrow. It's big and fierce, and made of lots of straw. Wow, say the judges. This is a very impressive scarecrow. Next, Rebecca and Alex show off their scarecrow. It's a robot made out of old car parts. Wow, say the judges. This is an amazing scarecrow. Finally, it's time for Peppa to show off her scarecrow. She made a friendly-looking pig, wearing sunglasses and a Hawaiian shirt. Wow, say the judges. This is a very good scarecrow. But who will win? The judges deliberate. Meanwhile, Peppa, George, Rebecca, and Alex play on the slide. They have fun until it's time for the announcement. All the animals gather around to hear the results. In third place, says the farmer, was this fierce dinosaur, Scarecrow. Dinosaur cheers with his friends. And in second place was this amazing robot Scarecrow. Rebecca and Alex cheer. Well done, says Mummy Pig. And now, for first place, says the farmer. It was this friendly pig, Scarecrow. Peppa and George cheer. Well done, Peppa, says Mummy Pig. She gives Peppa a big hug. Peppa's happy that her scarecrow won, but she's also happy that everyone had fun at the festival. Later, the family is sitting together. I had such fun today, says Peppa. Me too, says George. It was a great day, says Mummy Pig. Yes, it was, says Daddy Pig. But now I need to read the newspaper. The sports results didn't come today, and I really want to know if my football team won. He opens the newspaper and begins to read. Oh no, he says. My team lost. Don't worry, Daddy Pig, says Peppa. We can cheer you up. How can you cheer me up? Asks Daddy Pig. We can play a game, says Peppa. Let's play muddy, stinky, creepy crawly worm charades. Daddy Pig laughs and joins in the game. Good, says Mummy Pig. But don't call it that. It's not very nice to call worms muddy, stinky, creepy. Okay, Mummy Pig, says Peppa. Let's just say worms instead. The family laughs and plays until bedtime. After a busy day yesterday, everyone is very tired. As they get ready for bed, George says, I'm glad we had the Farm Harvest Festival. It was a great day. Me too, says Peppa. It was such fun playing games and winning the scarecrow competition. She snuggles up to Mummy Pig. And it was nice to spend time with all our animal friends. Yes, says Mummy Pig. We're very lucky to live on this farm and have all these wonderful friends. George yawns. I'm so tired. I think it's time for bed. Night, George, says Peppa. Night, Mummy, says George. Night, Daddy, says George. Night, George, says Daddy Pig. Are you ready for bed, Peppa? Yes, Mummy Pig. Peppa and Mummy Pig head off to bed. It was a busy day yesterday, but it's a new day now. Peppa wakes up full of energy and can't wait to see what today will bring. Where will Peppa and her family go today? Which character is Peppa going to visit? Will they go to the supermarket or maybe to the beach? Peppa could go anywhere today. What will they do next? Well, why don't you join Peppa on her adventures and find out?